literally see me get out the truck, and they'll be like, "Oh, so you drive trucks?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't drive a truck." So I'll be playing with folks like that sometimes. They're like, "You driving that thing?" I'm like, "No," with a straight face, and then they just start laughing. But yeah, so that's one thing you can expect. Another thing you can kind of expect is if you at a truck stop and folks don't see you fueling or anything like that, and you get out of a truck without a headset on, sometimes folks will think you're a lot lizard. Like one time this is back when I was training with Western Express, right? And so my trainer was on the truck still, and I had got off the truck and went into the truck stop. And so when I come back, he tells me, "Yo, tell me why this dude came knocking on my window once you got off the truck. He wanted to know if you was a lot lizard." And so he told him, like, "Nah, that's my trainee. She drives, yada yada." He's like, "Oh, okay. I ain't seen no truck driver look like that." He said, "When have you seen a lot lizard look like that? All the lot lizards I seen been busted." So that was kind of funny to me that was actually like a thing. And then of course, like, sometimes guys just be looking at you all crazy, like, you down for the get down type thing. Like, sometimes you can't be nice out here, because folks just take that and run with it. That's also another thing. Folks may try to mistake you as a lot lizard. So keep that dang on headset on. And even sometimes if you ain't talking to nobody on that thing, pretend like you're talking, just so that way you can avoid certain people that you don't really want to talk to. That's just a tip from me to you. Another thing that girls will probably go through more so than a guy would probably be like being followed. I've been followed a few times. Just like, okay, I'm on the road, and let's say a truck I know can pass me because they done got up in the left lane and whatnot, and they look over, they see me, and then now all of a sudden you slowing down, get behind me, and like, I completely forgot one time that happened. I went to a truck stop, and then here come the guy from the truck, and he's like, you know, peeking behind stuff and looking at me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally know that you followed me here. Like one time I had got followed, and this guy, he was in a cart, and he did something very, very, very inappropriate. He just like whipped out his shalom, you know what I'm saying, his thingy bob, and he like kept riding next to me. I couldn't shake him. When I slowed down, he slowed down. When I speed up in this governed truck, he speed up to the same speed. So it's like I couldn't shake him, and I certainly didn't want to pull over, you know what I'm saying? So he just ride next to me doing all of this. I'm just like, oh my freaking goodness, like I cannot. I'm like stone face looking straight ahead after I saw that. I didn't even want to check my mirrors no more. I was done. Eventually he got off on the exit, you know what I'm saying, and that was the end of that. But that happens out here. Expect as a lady trucker to get a lot of help, okay? Even when you don't need the help, folks just want to help. It could be backing. They may be just trying to feed you, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you hungry? You want some snacks? You know, this, that, and the third. Like, when you get your truck service, I know me in particular, when I was with Western Express, I knew some of the guys at the shop in Ashland, I think that was the name, Ashland, Virginia. So like, I remembered a lot of them by name when I had to go up there a few times, just like in between trainers, because I had like 2 trainers at Western Express, so I was up there. And so, you know, I got to know them. So whenever I came, like if I had an issue or if like I needed my truck washed or something like that, sometimes guys would be sitting there at the shop for days, like, and still haven't got their truck fixed. Like, I could go there and be like, oh, I'm having this issue, yada, yada, yada. They'll stop what they're doing and literally go ahead, service my truck, and I'll be out of there in like an hour, maybe 2, and I'll be done. Like, they never help me at that shop. So whenever I have problems, I go to that place, because Western Express. No, they kept me on 95. So I sure was over there faithfully. Ooh, I miss 95. Eating it, then they gonna fly in J with the Golden Corral. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yes, I used to love. I think that's exit 104. I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. But anyways, so expect getting help. Like folks be helping me with my dropping hook. Sometimes I just sit in the truck and they be like, oh, I got you. And so they do the dropping hooks. And I even got co-workers that like when I'm at work, like say I'm just not getting in, it's late, it's dark out, I got some co-workers that'll sit there and wait until I'm done just to make sure that I'm safe before I, pull off and stuff like that. They don't be wanting me to stay, on the lot by myself in the dark. So there's that. Just expect that. Expect a lot of the be safe comments. Like they'll be supposed to just say to you, be safe, and be having this look on their face like, be safe, because the way you look, something might happen to you out here in these streets. And it's like, it unsettles me, but at the same time, I know you're trying to come from a good place. And best believe, I ain't out here unprotected. I can't be showing everything up on YouTube, but your girl is gonna be safe out here. And shoot, if somebody try to get me, they gonna get got too. So I ain't going out without a fight. Just know that. But expect a lot of be safe comments. Also expect people trying to suggest that you need to get a different job, like a new profession. I get that a lot. Folks be like, you shouldn't be out here, this, that, and the third. Oh, you should just be a model, and yada yada. Like it's just that easy to be a model. Maybe an Instagram model, a little oh my goodness, that's not nice to say. Maybe a little Instagram model or something like that. But no, that's not really me. I'm not the type, like, for real, I don't think I'm all that in a bag of chips. Y'all should be gassing me here up on this YouTube, but I just feel like a normal, regular girl. So thank y'all for all the comments y'all be leaving talking about my appearance. Thank you. But modeling, that's not really my speed. And folks will definitely just be like, sometimes trying to tell you should get a new profession. You can also expect a little bit of envy, a little bit of jealousy from men and women, honestly. Sometimes if you go to a place like a warehouse and they got, women working the front desk, they could be a little cold, a little like, yeah, whatever, yada, 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 this, that, and the third, like, oh, you think you are that? That type of energy. Sometimes I get mad with that energy. And I really treat everybody the same. When I deliver, hi, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, I have a delivery with so-and-so and so-and-so. Some folks will literally just go out their way to just be like, girl, be quiet, get out of here. That type of energy. But that's just people in general. But you might catch that as a female trucker. You might catch that as a male trucker. So I'm not going to say that's specific to female truckers. But I have had like a guy before just straight up like on some, I don't know. It's like, if you want me, just say that. Or if you think I'm attractive, just say that. Because sometimes guys will think you're attractive and they'll think that, okay, well, she's probably used to getting treated like this. So I'm going to make sure that I don't treat her like that. I had this one guy, we had got to this shipper. It wasn't at the same time. Like, I was there before him. I was already on the door and everything. So I was at the shipper, and he was just now getting there. They were finishing up with my load. All I had to do was go in the building and get my paperwork. He was going to have to be getting the sign the door and all this stuff, this, that, and the third. So once you go in, there's a paper you have to fill out. It's on the side to the left. And you got to go over there, fill it out, and then go up to the window. So he was trying to go straight up to the window. I'm like, hey, how you doing? You'll have to go over there and fill out that paperwork before you go up to the window. As I'm proceeding to go to the window because they got my paperwork. They called me in for I can talk to get my paperwork. So tell me why this old stanky, musty man, I don't even want to call him that because it's just like, why in the world would you do all of this? But this old stanky musty man gonna put up his leg and block my way to go to the desk. Like, oh, you just want to go get in line before me, and grabs the paper from off of the podium that he was supposed to go stand at to fill out the sheet. He grabs it from over there, put his foot all up on my leg, and grabs the papers, and then goes to the front desk, the little reception area. And so he was like, yes, I'm here to pick up so and so and so and so. She was like, okay, well, you need to go over there where she told you to go and fill out that paper, and then come back up to the desk. He was like, well, I had a question. She was like, okay, what's your question? He sat there, he was like, you know what, never mind, you're just so unprofessional, da 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 da. So as he's walking back over to the podium, I was like, you should have just listened to me, and you need to keep your feet on the ground where they belong. Look, I said some other stuff, but you know, I'm a changed woman, so I don't want to go off into everything that I said, but I let his old funky crusty behind have it that day. And I just really hated that it has to be that way. He was, I don't know what his issue was, but I really hope he learned his lesson. Like, it ain't no need for all that extra stuff. You don't have to be in a rush that bad. Like, you're gonna get taken care of, and all I had to do was grab my paper. I was right on out the door. So I know he felt stupid, especially with how I was coming down on him. I was like, listen, that was so unnecessary. You need to keep your feet up on the ground. You acting like a hoe right now. So I let his behind have it. He didn't have nothing to say to me, and I'm glad, because it probably went further left. But you know, stuff like that happens. Some folks will go out their way just to like screw up your day sometimes. Like an effeminate man like he was, you know, I highly doubt he would have done that to another man, especially if he was a different race